Hello guys, in today's video we're gonna understand about the methods in Java. So what is the method, why we need methods in Java, and what are the types of methods in Java. Then once we are done with this theory part, we will understand the same thing with the practical section as well. Okay, so let's get started. Now let me tell you what is the method. Method is nothing but a block of statement is used to perform the same task called as a method. So why we need a method? Writing a method avoid the rewriting the same code again and again. Suppose you have a block of statement. Suppose block of statement means this is your block of statements, okay, in your program that will calculate the sum of two numbers. But at later you want to calculate the sum and average in another program. At that time you need to write the same code again. So it will increase your effort and time also. If you define one method and write the sum of number logic into that. Suppose I have this method and I have written the logic inside this which will calculate the sum of two numbers. So directly I can use the same method anywhere where I want to calculate the sum of the numbers. Okay, so it will increase your it will decrease your effort and decrease your time as well. That's why method comes into the pictures. Okay, so now let me tell you the syntax. So syntax is very simple. It will be access specifier. There are four types of access specifier: public, protected, private, and default. We will understand this four type of access specifier in detail in the further videos. For now, just understand at the starting there would be a specifier, then the return type of the method, what kind of the things it would return, and then the method name and the brackets, and inside the bracket we gonna have a parameter. So this parameter part is the optional part. If that particular method is needed with the parameter, then only we have to add that thing. Okay, now let's understand how many types of methods are there. So basically there are two types of method. One is the static method and another one is the non-static method. So let's get clear with the first static method. So when you define a method in a class using a static keyword is called as a static method, right? So we can call this method by the, okay, I'm sorry, I have written this the wrong way. We can call this static method in the what we can say three ways. First is the with the class name dot method name. Second one is the by creating the object of a same class, like here example is my class and example is my object name equals to new, example is my constructor, and now with the help of this object I am gonna call the method. So example dot test, and the third part would be directly with the method name. Okay, so let's understand the static method in the coding part. Okay, so I am creating one class in this Java package. So about this is for the methods, methods methods. Okay, now what I will do here, I will create one main method. So whenever you need to create a main method, just type main main, control space and enter. Boom, it will create you a main method for you. Now understand, I am creating one main method called static method. Okay, so just understand public static void and m1 the method name. Okay, and here this is the body for the method. Okay, this is the body where you write the logic for what is the purpose of this method, that part of the logic part of the particular method. Okay, so now here what I will do, I will just print one hello method. So sysout and again control space, boom, it will print you the printing statement. Now again hello world. Okay, control save. Now what are the ways to call the static method? Let me tell you. First one is the by creating the object of this class. So how to create the object of the class? Just write first it would be the class name, and second one is the object name. So I am giving obj1 equals to new and methods method. This will be the default constructor for that method. Now I can call this method by obj1 dot m1. Okay, this is the first way. Now the second way is you can call that same method, this m1 method, with the help of this method class as well. So methods methods dot m1 method. Okay, and the third one is directly m1, boom, like this. Now control S, and now let me try to execute the same code. So you can see with the help of object we have called the static method, it worked. With the help of class name we have called the method, it worked, and with the help of the method name only it worked. Okay, now the second part is, the second method is the non-static method. Okay, so what is non-static method? when you define a method in a class without using a static keyword is called as a non-static method. Okay, and there is only one way to call the particular method, and that is we can call this method by creating the object of the particular class only. Okay, so now let's create one more method. So public public void m2. Okay, now let's see how we can call this method. So here what I've told you, we can call this method by creating the object of the class only. So let me create the object of the, okay, object we have already created obj1. So now let me call the obj1 dot m2. Okay, it is possible. See, it is possible to call this method. Okay, we have to write something inside it so we can understand. We'll write m2 method. Okay, control S. Now let me execute the same code again. Right, you can see it is working. M2 method, we have created one method called m2 and we have called this m2 method with the creation of this particular object from this class. So basically this is the object of the method class, and with the help of this object we have called a non-static method with the name m2. Now let's try to call with the class name if it is possible. I think it is not possible, but let's try methods dot m2. See, it won't, it will say you so cannot make a static reference to the non-static method m2 from the type methods, right? Because this m2 method is a non-static, that's why we can't call with the method name, I mean the class name. So understand, there are the two types of methods. First is the non-static static, and second one is the non-static. And we can call the static method in the two ways. First is by creating the object of that particular class. Second is the with the class name dot method name, and third one is the directly. But when it comes to the non-static method, there is only one way to call the non-static method, and that is the object name dot method name. Okay, so hope you all understand the this method topic in the Java. If you have any kind of doubt, any kind of issues, you can drop me in the, you can ask me in the comment section. I will try to give a reply as soon as possible. Thank you guys.